This video is sponsored by Ubisoft. What's up, friends, far and wide across the expanse of the earth? My name is MissClick, and today I'm actually here with a very exciting video because we're going to be talking about a hands-on experience that I got to have with Ubisoft's newest game, Immortals Fenyx Rising. I'm actually very excited to talk to you about this game today. You will be seeing here in a little bit some footage of my experience with the game. I got a couple hours of hands-on, even during all this pandemic quarantine stuff that's been going on. I was very excited that they reached out to me, allowed me to kind of get like a remote hands-on experience with the game. So I will be talking mainly from like a gameplay standpoint, the elements of the game, things that I do like, things that I don't, things that look very familiar, and things that seem completely new with Ubisoft's classic kind of twist on it. So without further ado, I hope you enjoy. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If not, give it a thumbs down and leave your thoughts in the comments below. And yeah, I'll let you guys look for yourself. Enjoy. One more disclaimer, everything you're about to see is a work in progress from the team, with changes being made constantly. What you see here might not end up in the final result, so please keep that in mind. Okay, thank you! Right off the bat, you're going to notice that this game has a massive overworld, as any open world game should have. In fact, I was thrown into only one region of the game for my gameplay session, and even then, I didn't get to explore everything. The grassy regions we had previously seen in the initial teaser for the game had instead been replaced by this very volcanic, rocky, mechanical side of the world. So instead of me gaining access to tons of bright green pastures and clear blue skies, I had a red, orange, smoky, other earthy overtones to accompany my exploration. The rest of the map was not revealed to me, so I cannot say what each region pertains to exactly. They had given us glimpses of what was to come, but that wasn't for me to say or talk about, but I would assume that it correlates to whatever specific Greek mythology, gods, goddesses they choose to feature. Sprinkled throughout the map, there are shrine-like puzzles that you get to go through and solve that are required for upgrading your character, and I have to say I really did enjoy the different puzzles that they brought to the table. I'm not sure how many there are in total, as well as how many different types of puzzles they'll provide, but I am very intrigued to see where they are going with the rest of the world and how that will play into your progression. Speaking of progression, to start my gameplay experience off, I was thrown into mid to late game progress-wise with fixed access to the game's upgrades such as skill trees and skill points. Yes, this game will have many combos and customizations, which I am a big fan of, so I can't wait to see the final product of the developed skills. I was, however, able to change my weapons and armor as I earned new items through my demo journey. However, I will say I was already pretty well leveled up, so I'd say things like my stamina and decent weapons and armor were already well achieved. Watching footage here, you'll probably have already noticed a mixture of very familiar elements from open world successors, as well as some new elements that the team has decided to take on themselves with their own spin. Being specific here, I am a very vocal advocate for open world games having climbing and gliding mechanics as part of the experience, because in my opinion, it offers a level of intimacy with the world that you just can't get with predetermined climbing spots or no way to easily coast off to a far point in the distance. Moving on to combat, I will say that this game feels like an evolved version of the greats before it. While I do love myself a nice sword and shield as a trusty combo, I was pleasantly surprised at how much fun grappling to my enemy was, or pulling out the most obnoxious hammer to slam and stagger my enemies, just to follow up with some other ridiculous damage combos. This game combat feels like a mixture of hack and slash with the crazy weapon abilities, but it also provides enough of a challenge with satisfying parrying and dodging to where you definitely need to learn your enemy's movements. The game features 4 different types of potions that are craftable from the collectible resources around the world. You can drink up to replenish your health, stamina, or even choose to use defense up or play super aggressive with the damage up potion. I like the variety as it offered choices for me to make depending on who I was facing, but with the readily available health and stamina, I feel like that certainly came in handy when in the middle of a fight with some big baddies as I'm learning them and their playstyles. Later on, I did start experimenting with the offense and defense up, so I'm glad to know that they're all viable depending on your playstyle. When you run out of these potions, you will have the ability to craft them yourself at specific hubs, accompanied by a very quirky cutscene kind of moment, which kind of leads me on to my next topic of interest, which is character development and story. As I stated before, I was thrown into this game mid to late progression, so I have no idea on the specifics of what was going on. in the world per se. They had some special narration for our session provided by a few of the characters, and I will say the scripting was actually quite comedic and sarcastic for sure, which I found to be a nice change of pace, and it was like the game didn't take itself too seriously. As for our character itself, Fenyx, I did not get to witness any major cutscenes that helped me give an idea of just how involved we are going to be with them. I would assume that because the character is fully customizable, we wouldn't get to necessarily perhaps see too much development from them, but I could be wrong. Oftentimes, you do experience your character either through moments alone with them or through moments with other characters. To be honest though, I'm curious to see where and just how in-depth the story will be, because in my playthrough, I didn't get to see any other NPCs, villages, towns, merchants, etc. I would like to assume that they will be in the final install, but again, maybe due to the setup of the story, we might end up being all alone in our journey across this land. I did gain exposure to the big bad guy of the game, some evil-looking dragon thing who quite a mouth on him, but I didn't get to face him, so that's something I'll also be excited to see how the story might develop alongside this antagonist. Again, I do not have all the details, but I will be waiting intently just to see what all the story is about, because to me, that is a huge factor in the games that I play. Yes, I want the combat to feel nice, and yes, I do want to have fun traversal and exploration, but I want to feel engrossed into the world, because plot, story, and character connection are really where it's at for me. Music-wise, I was pleasantly surprised. It gave me recollections to some of my favorite MMOs with a very whimsical, adventurous feel. And in the long run, I really hope that the music is able to complement a compelling storyline for us to fight through. So I am looking forward to see perhaps if we do get a bigger soundtrack, if that's something that I will like to continue to listen to afterwards. Overall, I do feel like this game is boldly showing that it is taking elements that have been proven to be successful among open world predecessors and making it its own. While it is a big head turner and a large statement to make, this game has potential to be another enjoyable ride for anyone looking for an open world experience at home. To be honest, there are some pretty big shoes to fill, but it's not impossible. From the couple of hours that I had to play this game, and as limited as it might have been, I can safely say that I am looking forward to giving the final product of Immortals Fenyx Rising a playthrough when it launches on all systems later this year. I genuinely appreciate you all checking out my newbie footage as I learned this game literally right from the get-go. If you're interested in picking up this game yourself, the link will be down below in the description, so have fun! Again, a huge thank you to the Ubisoft team for providing me with the opportunity to even get to try this game out. I'm very humbled and delighted at such the opportunity, as always. Alright, so with that being said, that is going to be y'all's first look at my first look at Immortals Fenyx Rising, formerly known, obviously, as Gods and Monsters. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments below what you think about the game. What did you like? What did you not like? What are things that you're curious about? Things that you might be hoping to see in the game, in the final product, once we know more information about it? Would love to know, get the conversation started. Again, thank you to all my beautiful patrons for supporting and just being there for Tack and I and the channels. You guys are freaking great. We will see you in the next one. Thumbs up if you like the video, thumbs down if not. Make sure to subscribe to the channel for more content, and we will see you guys on the flip side. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Stay awesome, stay beautiful, and stay savage. Ta-ta for now. This video is sponsored by Ubisoft.